Well, firstly, my first impression is that the President has got a very nice dream. But unfortunately, when he wakes up, he will find out the reality is a nightmare. It's a very good wish list. It's not something new. He have added some new aspects that they're going to look at. For instance, everybody will agree that there should be a partnership between government, the private sector, and the unions to ensure that we build the economy. But it didn't say in what matter. The Freedom Front Plus say, if he wanted to take bold steps, he should have said that the powers of the unions must be limited. Of course, I mean, let's take, for instance, Escom, the SABC. They said that they will have to reduce the personnel. They will have to retrench people. The union stepped in and said you won't do it. And as long as you can't, can I say, handle and manage the trade unions in South Africa, they won't be able to ensure that such a partnership will enhance the economy.
Yes, I just want to quickly come in there. Sorry, Pieter, almost sounds like what you were saying earlier, that to take the bold steps, you kind of need to go beyond the handles of the alliance partnership. My question to you, though, is he does also look back at some of the things that have been done. You know, it's not just about what the dream list is or what the wish list is. He looks back at what's been achieved. And I was a little bit stuck on Escom because I don't think enough has been done. What do you make of some of the successes that he did include in his speech tonight?
Well, firstly, you say what did he did before to ensure that we can get it. Now, firstly, we say that at the end, the figures are the truth. Our economy is not growing enough. In fact, the Reserve Bank, all other agencies in the world even, every time they have to adjust our economic growth rate and they lower that. So that is the proof whether what he did was really satisfied or not, and I say unfortunately I don't agree with that.
Dr. Groenewald, during the election you often spoke about land, expropriation of land. We earlier spoke about the word expropriation doesn't appear once in the speech. He starts off his speech by referring to the Natives Land Act of 1913, then he mentions land later on, saying that the presidential panel has given their report to the presidency. But how did he manage land in his speech tonight? Did he provide certainty in your mind? Did he give us direction about where we are going? How did you interpret his references to land and or expropriation?
We must always remember that the president is a master for, can I say, mesmerizing people. You don't have to use the word expropriation to actually say you're going to expropriation. That's what he actually said. If you look at the Land Reform Commission, we know that their proposal is that the Section 25 of the Constitution must be amended to provide for expropriation without compensation. And in my mind, there's no doubt that they will continue with that. And that is going to be detrimental to the economic growth in South Africa. There's no way about it.
Is that what you took out of the speech in regards to land tonight? I mean, there were very few references, actually, I thought, to land in general.
Yes, of course. He referred to some other land issues. For instance, if he wants to talk about land reform in its whole, of course, there are certain steps that can be taken. But we say that you can do that without expropriation of compensation. But I'm not mesmerized by the president to think that he's not going to continue with expropriation without compensation. We will see what's going to happen. I foresee that within the next 2 or 3 months, the process will start from the beginning. For instance, the Constitutional Review Committee who will look into the matter. Remember, before the election, they had to stop their activities. It's going to be reinstated.
That'll be interesting to see. I wonder what your thoughts are on issues like Escom. You know, the one thing you made a previous promise about was the unbundling. We haven't actually moved anywhere in the unbundling. We don't have a restructuring officer still. Do you see that actually happening? Do you see Escom being resolved to a satisfactory manner as far as the country is concerned?
Unfortunately, no. I don't think it's going to be resolved satisfactorily. And the reason why I say that, you've mentioned now the unbundling. But again, the union stepped in and said, no. What is happening here? Are you going to retrench some of our people? And then they came forward and said, no, we're not going to do that. But then the other thing is, Escom is holding South Africa, can I say, hostage.
Okay.
We know Escom is vital to ensure that the economy grows in South Africa. If Escom collapses, I want to say South Africa is going to collapse. And now they misuse that to just get the taxpayers' money, and we're going to have some bills now to speed up the 230 billion money from the government to try to save Escom.